What's up, guys? It is your favorite people. I'm JasonJRice, and I'm joined by my beautiful wife and co-host.
Hey guys, it's Kaysha Renee.
And this is Love is a Verb.
Welcome back, and if you're new here, thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about love languages. So I know you're wondering why we have our devices here on the couch. So we actually just took the love language quiz and really wanted to do this just because everyone really liked our DISC personality test. So we're going to be doing love languages today so that you can learn a little bit about like what makes us tick, and hopefully this will be something to think about for you in your relationships or future relationships. So I wanted to start just by kind of guessing based off of the results that we have what you think our love languages are. So for me, I'm going to have to say out of all the options, because the options are acts of service, physical touch, receiving gifts, words of affirmation, and quality time, and that was in no particular order. So don't think that was in an order. But out of all of those options, I think that Jason's top love language is definitely physical touch. I feel like physical touch would be number one. And then quality time, and then words of affirmation. So let's just do top threes. Those are my top three: physical touch, quality time, and words of affirmation.
Okay.
So what do you think it is for me?
So for you, I think it's words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts.
Oh. Okay.
Well, no, let me change that. Because I'm not a big gift giver, so that can't be top three, or you probably would be like, why am I married to you? But maybe.
Yeah. You're not a big gift giver.
So I'm going to change that. I'm going to go words of affirmation, acts of service, and quality time.
Okay. All right. So who wants to reveal first?
I guess
want me to reveal first?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
okay with going first.
Sure.
So for me, which I don't know how she hasn't guessed this, because every time we at dinner or something, like, why you got your phone out? Why are you engaging in anything but me?
So is that right quality now? Time?
So do you want me to tell you the percentages, or?
Yeah, what's the top three percentages?
So my top three percentages in order, and I'm a tie for number three. So quality time is number one with 33%.
Okay.
Wow. Words of affirmation is number two at a big 20%.
Okay.
And physical touch and acts of service tied for number three at 17%. And and I'll give you what the percentage is for the last one, because you guys know I'm a Christmas baby, so I don't give a shit about receiving gifts. Because my birthday is the day after Christmas, and I get crapped on every year. So I got the receiving gifts, like I got that dealt with from childhood. So I don't care about any of that.
I was also gonna say he doesn't really care for giving gifts either.
I really don't. I really don't. But what I do care about is making you feel special on your birthday.
That's different. No gifts,
So,
but I'm just kidding.
I will do my damnedest. I mean, on your birthday, I'll give you a gift or something, or on your special days, you get something. Don't act like I just be out here not getting you nothing.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So, and my receiving gifts is at 13%.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Okay. So I was right. I didn't expect quality time to be your number one. Where was physical touch in that?
See, I think you get confused with physical touch.
What's your physical touch percentage?
My physical touch percentage is 17%.
Okay.
It's tied for number 3.
So it is tied. And what was number 2?
Number 2 was words of affirmation.
Of course. Okay, I should have guessed that. Did I guess that? I did. I guessed that. So I had number 2. I thought it was physical touch, quality time, and then words of affirmation.
Right.
So I was kind of out of order.
Yeah.
But I did have the top 3.
You had the top 3.
Hey, I got the top 3.
But it ain't hard. There's only 4 choices, and
there's 5. There's 5.
No, there's 4. No, there's 5. There's 5. There's 5 choices, and I got tied for the 3rd choice. So even if you would have been like active service, you would have won because I got tied for that one.
All right, sure. Does any of this surprise you, or do you think it's like spot on?
No, it doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
I'm pretty consistent with, and I've been pretty consistent with that throughout my entire life. So, I'm pretty.
I agree. I guess those 3. So I feel pretty good about it. All right. So what was your guesses again?
I think my guesses were words of affirmation, number 1.
Okay.
We're going to say quality time, number 2.
And then you said acts of service, right?
I'm torn to like physical touch and acts of service as number 3.
You got to pick one.
I'm going to go with acts of service as number 3.
Oh, wow. Okay. So number 1 for me is quality time as well, 33%.
So I was wrong?
Yeah.
Damn,
Not
boy.
words of affirmation.
Damn, boy. I was wrong.
So I care a lot about spending quality time. If you haven't, I mean, I feel like it's obvious.
I guess that's why when we're like spending quality time, we're just like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh, we're just laying on the couch watching TV with each other.
Literally, all we have to do is be laid up under each other, and we're good.
Yeah. Okay. So both of us have that.
And we like to spend time out when we're, and we have fun together.
Yeah, and we're like, don't touch your device.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Exactly, because I do that to you too. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's me saying get off your phone.
I'm copying her because she'll be like, let me, and again, like, if you know something about my wife, I'm gonna tell you, she's a workaholic. I mean,
if you already don't know.
I mean, I have a company that started and we called ourselves workaholics, but I married a workaholic. Like when you think like, oh, she's scrolling on Instagram. I'm not being that attentive or entertaining. Nope, she's working. And for me, it's easy for me not to do that because again, I keep my work phone not on my person after 7 o'clock. So
yeah, it's crazy. So I think the scrolling and stuff, you probably tell me more so like, hey, can you put your phone away? It's gonna be okay. But I have from time to time moments where I see you just looking at sports. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like literally the TV will have sports on. Jason will be looking at sports on his phone.
Hey, listen. Free agency.
Sports.
Free agency, you got to know what's going on, guys. I got to know what's going on during free agency. Like MLB free agency just happened. The Yankees made some trades I'm not really happy with. We're in a 7-game slide right now with these new players on our team. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's an obsession, but we don't have to. We could talk about that all day, I'm sure. So quality time.
Quality time, okay.
Words of affirmation is next. So you were kind of close. You put that as number 1. So words of affirmation is 23% for me, and then physical touch at 20%. So I do care about physical touch.
Whoa!
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't have to.
So we close to the same.
Yeah.
What's your percentage for physical touch?
20%.
Okay.
And then acts of service 17.
Okay.
And then receiving gifts 7%. I don't really care for receiving gifts. I like to give. Like if there was an option to give gifts, that probably would have been at the top because I love giving. But I don't really care so much for receiving.
Because see, the reason why I was like
Yeah.
gifts should be in the top is because you like to give gifts so often. And I'm like, well, normally people, they do things that they like in return.
That's what you would think, right? It's weird. I give just to give out of the kindness of my heart. I'm not giving because I expect to receive something.
Yeah, see, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like that with my wife. Like,
mind.
I'll give her whatever she wants out of the kindness of my heart. And my family, I'll give them whatever they want out of the kindness of my heart. And certain friends, I will give them stuff just out of the kindness of my heart. But like, I'm gonna give you something, man. If when it rolls around for me and you don't get nothing, the next time it rolls around for you, guess what? I'm just being quite honest here. You're not going to get nothing from me. I'm gonna be like, hey dog, happy birthday, bruh. You're gonna be like, yo, bro, what happened? What my gift at? Oh, hey, I mean, I know it's hard to give me a gift because my birthday is the day after Christmas, but you know, hey, figure it out.
I believe in good karma though. So for me, like, I believe like the more I give, the more it is going to come back. Not that I'm expecting you to give it back to me, but like it's going to come back to me in the world. Like, you know, like
we're not talking about charity and tithing here. We're talking about
it's all the same.
It's not all the same.
I guess it's not.
Charity,
but giving
and
is
tithing.
You're still giving.
But that's different. Like,
it's all giving.
No.
Okay.
No. Giving someone a gift.
What you guys think.
Giving someone a gift on their specific days or whatever is different than being like, hey bro, like,
you're thinking like specific days. No, I'm not talking about, I'm thinking like just to give, like, you know, like with my team or whatever, like I recognize them. I'm like, oh, I'm going to send you a gift because you did such a great job this month. You were the top. You're going to get a prize. I don't expect anything except for, I guess I do expect them to
continue to do a fucking amazing job. That's yeah, I'm rewarding you for doing an amazing job, and I want you to continue to do that. So
they love it.
You are looking for something in return. You may not be looking for a gift, but see, that's why I said it's different. Like, yeah, if you're just like, if you needed something, I got you. If you need to pick me up, you know, I'm gonna try and give you something to be that for you and pick you up. But if, like I said, if we're exchanging, like, yo, it's my dog's birthday, all right, I rock with you. Here's a gift, boom. All right, cool. And then you know, like,
birthdays are different.
Like close friends, I don't really care if they get me something in return or not. Like, you my dog, but like if you just like an associate. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to make you a close friend, and then I see that you're not reciprocating the same kind of love. Then I'm going to decrease the amount of love that I give.
I get what you're saying. But I think about it. I mean, I guess in the context of love languages, I don't necessarily care to receive them. I mean, I do. It's just not heightened. Like, there are moments where I'm just like, oh, it would have been nice if Jason would have done, you know, got me a gift. You know, I have those moments, but it's like, it's not a game changer for me. It's just like, oh, it would have been nice, but something for you to think about. If you're trying to surprise me, that would be a way to do it. I'd be shocked if you got me a gift. Like, I'd be like, wow. I mean,
so it's hard to surprise.
You buy me flowers all the time.
Well, yeah. But I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like, and this is me, guys. So you could thank my mom, you could thank my dad for this. Like, it's hard for me to buy, and this is my wife. She's never gonna leave me. I'm never gonna leave her. Okay. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'm like, oh man, I could, like, she likes jewelry. She loves jewelry. I don't necessarily know how to buy jewelry. One, I grew up like, you just don't buy girls jewelry. You just don't do it. All right, so I never really done it. I mean, I did buy some jewelry. You know, a couple of years ago, I did buy some jewelry. You know,
I had to get married, so clearly that's like tradition. But you buy me like lipstick and stuff. Like you try.
I mean, I try, but again, those are like not just on random days.
Right.
Like,
again, that's Christmas.
Like, Christmas. Like I said, Christmas, birthday, anniversary. Yeah, I'm coming home. I'm gonna have something for you.
You buy me trips.
Okay, well, I also enjoy trips. Like, I do that. I would be like, oh, you want to go somewhere? Let's go. Let's go do that. So. Sometimes, we get trips just on stuff that I like. The last one was my dad's birthday. So I was like, we're going to go.
I think that was me that time. But the next one,
well,
you got me.
Well, yes.
Yeah, so we take turns.
We take turns. What was the last one that... But no, because the last one I did was, again, it was your birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Miami. But that was your birthday.
And Vegas.
And Vegas was your birthday.
Even Vegas and Miami.
Even though Miami was like your birthday plus gifts plus like everything was like...
Oh, it's so fun. You did all that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a great birthday.
Yeah. I was like, how am I doing this? I don't know, but...
Yeah. So my next birthday. But anyway, okay, so my birthday's coming up, so...
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. You just have to be like, here's a blindfold. Don't take it off. When we land, you'll know where you are.
Again.
Figure it out. We're somewhere.
More of that. Okay, well, I'm not going to lie. What surprised me on this is words of affirmation. I didn't realize, I guess, that is important to me.
You didn't realize words of affirmation is important to you?
I thought it was going to be quality time, physical touch, and acts of service as my top 3 as well. Because acts of service are important to me.
No.
So,
I know, because what's weird, guys, is like, even when you take these little quiz, it rubs off on your like real life. Like, so, and if you're watching and you work with my wife, here's a little secret. She wants to know when she's doing a good fucking job. Like,
maybe I'm in denial about that.
Like, she's in denial about like, oh, I'm just working to the... No, but when she does a good job, she wants to know that she does a good job, as we all do. So that's why words of affirmation is hard for me too, because like, if I'm kicking butt, like, tell me I'm out here doing the thing.
Is that different from when I say I'm proud of you? Because sometimes you're like...
Well, so I'm in denial about it.
Advice.
I'm in denial about it too, because my wife will say like, hey, I'm proud of you. Or she'll be like, hey, you should be excited about this moment. It's really good. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we're going to stay even keel. Once the moment has happened and it's fully done, I'm like, okay, cool. I can celebrate it for like an hour or 2 hours. And I'm like, all right, well, what's the next one? And then she's like, bro, like, you don't spend time enjoying your wins or your successes.
It's so important. You have to celebrate those moments.
I do. I celebrate them.
Okay.
I celebrate them.
Internally?
Yeah, internally, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? I can go on this trip now. All right, cool. True. That's a celebration.
True.
But in the moment, I'm like, cool, I did it. All right, what's the next? But I think that's just, my sports background and being like, cool, well, guess what? Well, we won this game. All right, great. We got another one in 2 days. So get on a high and we got to go do this shit again.
Okay.
But like, I know, like, that's how I thought that words of affirmation was going to be so high for you. And that's why I tried. I don't know if you noticed it, but now I'd be like, babe, you're doing a great job. You're awesome. You're amazing. I try to assert that more and more and more, because like, looking at you and work and them not giving you that in return for, your hard work, I'm like, it's kind of stupid.
I think I may have gotten to a point where I kind of bottle it up. Like, it's like, I wish I had that, but I'm like, because I don't get that, I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's not gonna change my perspective of how hard I'm working or what I'm doing, because I know that I'm making an impact in a positive way. So knowing that I'm making an impact in a positive way keeps me going, that it doesn't necessarily stop me from doing a good job. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like self-motivation.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's anything that you do. You're very self-motivated and very like, I'm not concerned that whatever you're not doing, I'm still going to continue to be me, which is like one of the things that I absolutely love about you. Like, so many people are...
Words of affirmation. situation.
Yeah, so many so many people go through life and go through your life and try and tell you to be something that you're just not. You're just not a mean person. You're just not a vindictive person. You're just like, I love you, and I want to continue to pour into you. Mm-hmm. Which is why like when we do these kind of things, we see how much alike we are. But then you'd be like, okay.
Really? Our top 3 is the same.
Yeah.
Literally 33% quality time, you.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation, second. 23%. Physical touch, third.
Yeah.
You're 17, I'm at 20.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then what? Acts of service and then receive, same thing?
Yeah. Acts of service and receiving gifts.
That's crazy.
But because so many people want to make her mean. Like, you want a mean person? Don't worry about dealing with her. Just come deal with me. Just piss me off. I'll be mean for you.
Isn't it so aggressive sometimes?
All day. I mean, and it sucks to say that. And I'm telling you guys, like, I'm a loving person, and if you're in the mold, guess what? I'm gonna go to war for you. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm gonna go strap it up, and I'm gonna go take care. Okay, and however I gotta do it. If it's gotta be a positive way, I can do that. If it's gotta be a more aggressive way, I can do that. And I'm okay with dealing with whatever the outcome is, because what we do know is there is a consequence for all of your actions. Like, people be wondering, like, why is Kaysha so blessed? I'm like, because she's so positive. She does all the right stuff all the time. And
try to, because no one is perfect.
I mean, no one is perfect, but you do the most right stuff for most of the time. Like, for me, I'm like 50-50. I try to do the right thing all the time, but then I'd be like, does it even matter? What does Jason want to do? All right, this is what Jay want to do, and that's what I generally do. Yes,
I'm trying to work on that, like doing more for me versus to please someone. I feel like I've come a long, and you probably know because you've seen my journey.
Yeah,
definitely come a long way. For sure.
Well, keep pleasing me, I mean, like, don't worry about. I mean, I know I just had to throw it out there. We're love languages. We're talking about love, kumbaya, all those things.
Yeah. Always.
All right, cool. I'm always going to do that for you, like you. Yeah. I remember she's like, my friends would tell her stories about like, my prior days of like filmmaking and how I'd be on set, and I'm just like very structured, like like rigid, like this has to be this way. Mm-hmm. And she's like, that's not Jason. And then people would be like,
it's so crazy because when I first met you, you told me you're like, I'm mean. You were like, I'm a mean person. I was like, I don't see that. I told you so many times, I don't see that. I still don't necessarily see that. I think that you're very caring. You're very passionate, and I think that your passion may come across as like someone who doesn't know you might take your passion the wrong way. Like if it's something you're passionate about, you're going to express yourself, regardless. So, but I think you're very passionate, which is okay, very driven, but I don't think you're mean. You can come off as aggressive. I think your approach can be aggressive sometimes. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're like a mean person.
I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not vindictive and like I want harm to come to you, mm-hmm. But I do feel like a lot of times like we have this conversation all the time, especially like now, is I'm a blunt person. So
very straightforward.
So blunt and straightforwardness, sometimes it comes off mean and I'm just kind of like, you got to deal with it, because that's just me. But because like my wife's love language is a little bit more on the sensitive side, I've learned how to be. It's still a daily process. Mm-hmm. Daily process.
And we've been together for how many years? Quiz.
13. What do you mean? Well, we're closing in on 14, but 13.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we've been married for how many years?
3.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I didn't think about it no more.
Yeah. So the reason we pop quiz each other because she normally I just forget how much time we've been together, and I was like, okay, cool. Normally I don't though. I'm just going to put that out there. But she always forgets like how long we've been married.
It feels like it's been shorter.
Yeah.
Honeymoon phase, I don't know, but I love it and we're having fun. So time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And when you're with your person, you know you're
doesn't
with
matter.
your person. But anything else you want to talk about with the love languages?
No, hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about us, and hopefully this will have you thinking about like what's important to you to help you in your relationships or with your significant others or future relationships, of course. And we really appreciate you guys just tuning in just to have some fun with us and just listen to us. So as always, please share, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell because we have more coming your way. And I just hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share. And take the quiz.
Take the quiz, yes.
And know what your partner's love languages are. It's like knowing is going to just help you tremendously.
Yeah.
But that's our show for today, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Peace.